What's up, guys? This is Jagrasil. Oh, that's not my name. This is Decoder here, and today I'm making a new video. Yeah, I know. Well, the coronavirus pandemic is still not over, so I thought let's just make new videos. And thank you guys for 200 subscribers. Means a lot. It really does. So, as you can see, today we are making, by the title, you already know what we are making. Yes, finally, a Firebase messaging app. Yeah, that's what I called it. So as you can see, it's this is how the UI looks, and now there would be two parts of this video because I like to speak a lot, and my videos are pretty long, so just to break them off and give you a break from two videos, you can just, that's why I'm making two parts. Okay, so as you can see over here, this is Beastie. Okay, yeah, my text messaging app, that's what I call it. Beastie, I named it. Nice, right? Well, I watched Maleficent yesterday, and Aurora's cute. So yeah, I asked her out on a date, and let's see what would her message be. That's not me typing. She's doing some kind of magic, I don't know. Oh, look, she declined me. Okay, that's a really cringy skit that I'm doing here. So as you can see, this is how the app works. See, it works. Okay, now how does it work? I'm gonna show it to you. Okay, so the first thing that we are going to do right now is how to register on Firebase. Now unfortunately, my I'm already registered in Firebase. What is it saying? Join us live, Firebase Live, a new weekly web series starting June 9th, consisting of helpful. Alright, Firebase Live. Okay, that's gonna be cool. I'm just gonna keep it for later. I'll see it after making the video. So as you can see over here, we have a huge page saying about something about Firebase. Okay, now my account is already registered on Firebase, so it would basically, when I click on get started, it would kind of take me to my console immediately. But this is not what's going to happen for you guys. Okay, you guys need to figure it out a bit. Like it would show like what you want to do. Okay, I mean, you need to build projects. That's what it's going to show. Okay, Google Firebase would automatically ask you to build projects, and then you add a project and it shows up like this. So over here, when I add a project, this is what shows up. Okay, and in here I'm going to type in Beastie. Okay, that's my project name, my awesome project. Continue. Okay, now over here you need to enable this and then continue. It's already enabled from before. And then select an account. Okay, default account for Firebase. I don't know which one it is. I hope it's this one. Okay, I hope this one is. Automatically create a new property in this account. Just ignore that. Just create a project. So creating your project. Okay, now we wait. How are you guys? Let's talk about some things. I've been going through a lot of Netflix and YouTube these days, because of the pandemic and stuff. And then we ran out of tissue paper, so our commode became brown like this. Okay, yeah, so your project is ready. Okay, so yeah, Google does not want us to click on continue, however we have to. And there we go, we have Beastie, a new project over here, and it does everything automatically. Okay, and you can see over here there's a lot of stupid stuff. Okay, but the first thing when you create a new project you need to do is add an app, and since we are doing this on web, we would be adding a web app. You can also make iOS apps and Android apps, but we'll talk about this a few years later. Yeah, so let's type on web app. My web app, you need to name it like I'm gonna name it Beastie again. Yeah, I like that name. Register app. Now when you register this app, it would give you a Firebase SDK which you need to add to your code. Okay, so this is the Firebase SDK over here. Okay, and you need to copy this and paste it, and also you need to remove a few things, guys, okay, which you need to keep in mind before copying and pasting and starting with the latter part of your code. So yeah, I'm gonna name it beastie.html. Is that a camel? What is it? HTML. Okay, as you can see over here, sorry, as you can see over here, it's empty. Okay, I'm going to type in some basic stuff in here and copy this SDK from here. Copy, and then I need to paste it right over here. There we go. Okay, now we don't need Google Firebase Analytics right now, so I'm just gonna remove these links, because if there are more links, then it would just take more time to for your app to load. So yeah, let's just remove these Firebase Analytics. We don't need this. Okay, now if you didn't see what I deleted, just rewind and see again. I did it a bit too fast, but you don't really need this. Okay, like of course you don't need the comments, okay, and neither do you need this link over here that you see. Okay, so let's delete everything again, all the comments and everything, and over here it's Firebase Analytics. We don't need it, and we don't need this as well. Now keep in mind that you make this Firebase app.js firebase.js, because we need to import firebase.js to our file, not firebase app.js, because if we do that, then it won't work, because it did not. And that's why it took me almost a year to figure out what was wrong in my code that it generated so many errors. It's just that you need firebase.js, not firebase app.js. Yeah, I know it sounds weird, but that's how it is. It is what it is. Okay, continue to the console. Now as you can see over here in the console, there's one app over here. Okay, and now you need to create a database. So to create a database, you can either go down and look for it, okay, which I don't find right now. So I would just click over here. See that? If I expand this, this is what it shows. This is how database shows up. Tap on database, and when you do that, since you have not created a database really, it would probably ask you to create a database. We'll see. It would show up right over here. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, create database, Firestore. Now we are not going to use Firestore, we are going to use real-time database. So yeah, there we go, we have it right over here. After scrolling down, click on create database, and we are going to start it in test mode. Okay, because if it's in lock mode, you cannot read or write data into your database, due to which your app won't really work, and yeah, we don't want that, right? So yeah, enable this. Now look, start in test mode only when you are developing your app, and when you are not, you would definitely want to change this to private and stuff, or else people could easily access your database data, and yeah, your thing would get hacked easily. So yeah, today we are going to make a simple app over here. Okay, so as you can see, it's asking my name first. Okay, I put in my name over here. Okay, go. It now loads the things, the messages, and as you can see, she denied me. Let's make it look like it never happened. So let's delete these messages. Yeah, message erased, gone, like it never existed. What are you saying, Aurora? Shut up. Okay, that's so stupid. I'm so cringy. Alright, let's close the other Opera window first. And yeah, so here you go, you have your database ready. Now if you see, you can simply add stuff in here, with values and everything, or you could simply give it some more and more childs, like I am doing over here. There's going to be like this child would name it texts. I'll name it text, this child, and then I'll name this child, it would be a random name because it's going to be a text, and then over here there would be a message. Okay, like MSG, value 1 would be how are you, like this would be my text. Okay, and then who messaged me, so you know, user, it would be coder. Okay, now when I add it, you would see that, you know, it's added in a nice you know, hierarchy manner. Is that what it's called? I hope, you know, just dismiss this, you know, it's kind of distracting. All right, as you can see, it's, you know, it's ready. Let's just remove all this stuff from here, delete it, and yeah, now let's start coding. Okay, so right now I'm going to just design the you know, basic, what we call that, the basic you know, app UI. So yeah, you won't be seeing much over here today, I mean in this video, you know. However, in the next video of this series, Firebase, I don't know what I'm going to name this series, whatever the name is, you know, in the next video you'll see how I bring life into this app. Okay, but over here you'll just see how the app would basically look like. Okay, how the app would basically look like, nothing more. In the next video you'll see that. Okay, I promise you, I'll post it, you know, soon. I promise, you know, the coder's promise. I never break promises. Yeah, I've changed. Okay, now let's open this with live server. Yeah, come on, let's go, dude, come on, let's go. Yeah. Oh my god, I almost stopped the video recording. Now let's open our beautiful inspector. Yeah, there we have our inspector. Now what we're going to do is make the UI. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is give it a nice background color. So, you know, body, and I want it to be in dark mode because I love dark mode. Okay, so yeah, dark mode. Now, like, what color should we go? Now, black is not dark, it's black, you know, you can't really see anything. But if you go to some like bluish black color right in between the whatever this is called, the spectrum, okay, you'll see that you found a really cool color. Cool as in like a really calm color, you know, which is not that, you know, dark to our eyes. I mean, it's pretty easy to our eyes. And look at that, see, it's such a cool color. It almost is like the, you know, the VS Code background. So yeah, 1326, and you get this background. Now you could do this with other colors as well, okay, like green, red, or any color. See, it depends on what kind of, like, red looks trash, but if you, it depends on what kind of, you know, theme you want to go for. So I want to, if I want to go for like a purplish, you know, kind of purplish violetish, then I'll just do this, and see, it looks pretty cool, but I don't like it. I like the blue one more. Yeah, that looks great. Okay, so this is gonna be our background. Now I already wasted a minute behind this. So yeah, the first thing that we are going to add is the header. Okay, so yeah, let's add the header. Okay, I'm not going to use, like, say, call it header or anything. I'm just going to type it in, you know. So it would be app's name BST, and save it, and simply go ahead over here and then type in header, and then, you know, position absolute, no, who needs that, you know. Height would be one more thing, in the body, you know, you can add like margin 0. Well, I'll show you why you need to add it. Okay, suppose I put in over here height 50px and width 100%. Okay, and then I kind of, you know, make it white so that it's visible, you know, so that we can edit it. And now, as you can see, you see this weird space over here. It's because of the, you know, padding present in the body. So I'm just going to remove all the padding and the margins present in the body, so that, you know, those kind of spaces don't occur anymore. And when I do that, you can see it now sticks to these ends. And now I'm going to, you know, align, I mean, center this text. So text align center, comes to the center, I guess. Yeah, it did. It's actually kind of dark if you can't see, you know. And I'm just going to make the color white. All right, made the color white, and I'm going to add a nice font family, you know. Well, it's already available everywhere, you know, you don't even need to type in so much. You just type in sans serif. Yeah, that's it, you know. And now I'm going to increase the font size to 50px. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, it looks great, doesn't it? I hope so. Okay, now after BC we would be adding the message body where all our texts would be appearing. Okay, now BC it looks a bit bigger, so I'm gonna make it 40px. Alright, great. Okay, now I'm gonna add my message body over here, dot message body, and enter. Okay, now inside this we would be having all messages as I said before. Alright, let's see, 15 minutes. Okay, great. Now I'm going to type in message body over here, and yeah, we don't really need a position every time. Okay, if you don't add position, then you'll see that the web page is more, you know, responsive on phones. Okay, if you are designing it for phones, you know, it's more responsive. Like over here, as you can see, it's on Pixel 2 XL. If I make it Pixel 2, it always stays in the center. Okay, no matter what device it is in. Okay, it always stays the same, so you don't need to worry about, you know, its responsiveness anymore if you don't add positions at all. Yeah, I learned this last week. No, I was just kidding. I knew it. Yeah, I knew it. I'm the teacher, right? Okay, I'm not the teacher. I'm the learner and the teacher. Yeah. Okay, let's code. I'd love to waste time. Well, you know, it's the coronavirus pandemic. You don't need to worry about time anymore. I don't, because yeah. Height. Now we don't know how much the height would go. Okay, until the bottom or above it. Okay. So we cannot really add 100% over here. What we can do is put a specific value for now, which we would be changing using JavaScript every time, you know, the screen size changes. Okay, and the width would always be 100%. And just to see it, you know, I'm just going to make it white, you know, so now it's visible. Okay, you can see it appears right below Beastie. And let me drink some water. I had some water, nice water. Oh my god, water tastes so good. Yeah, after that we are going to add a footer. Okay, now the footer would be sticking at the bottom of the page, so for this, you know, we need position absolute. Okay, and I'll say you why. Okay, margin auto, and B0, which means bottom 0, right 0, which means right 0, left 0. You know, now it would be centered. And height, let's make it 50px, just like the header. And width, let's make it 100%, you know, just like everything. And yeah, it's not visible, so I'm just going to make BG white over here. Now it would be visible, as you guys can see. Yeah, I forgot to write it here. Yeah, great, what a coder. Okay, so as you can see, it's right over there now. And now I'm going to add a input field over here. Okay, type would be text, and I'm going to also add a placeholder. Okay, enter message. Okay, and then there would be a class name, which would be message input. Okay, yeah, there we go, message input. Now we are going to remove this from here and make it dot message input. All right, and type in some code in here. Okay, like height would be, let's say 100%, not 100%, let's make it 90%, and width would also be 90%. Okay, and since we need padding in here, so that's why I added that 90% width, because, you know, well, when you add padding, it just looks like it grows bigger. And there would be font size, which would be 17px. And what else should we add? Okay, let's see. Save it. As you can see, it went down. Okay, we don't want that to happen. Okay, and one more thing, we need the BG to be transparent. Okay, so that it's not visible. And when we make it transparent, you know, it won't be it won't, this white color would, you know, disappear. And you can see there's a yellow colored outline, so we need to get rid of all the outline and the borders. So I'm just going to make outline none and border 0. Okay, so yeah, border 0. Save it, and as you can see, it's a bit, well, it went in the bottom. So yeah, I'm just going to make this like, not 50px, let's make it 30px. Okay, 30px. Okay, it's still going down. Let's make it smaller, since there's 20px padding already, so we can't make it that big. Okay, now as you can see, it's frozen. Okay, and we can type in here nicely. Color would be white, and font family would be sans serif. Yeah, sans serif. Why did they name it sans serif? Somebody tell me why. Okay, now one more thing, border bottom, I'm going to add it. It just looks good, so that people realize that there's input over here. Okay, so border bottom, it would be, let's say 2px, or let's make it 4. Okay, or no, let's make it 3. Yeah, kind of fickle-minded, and make it some nice color of blue. So yeah, let's see what color was our background, and we'll make it a bit lighter, or a bit more visible. Okay, so yeah, oopsie, we'll copy this out from here and remove this, paste it here and save it. Now it's not really visible, so I'm just gonna make it a bit more bluish, like weird blue. Yeah, that's what I'm going to call this color, weird blue. Okay, now it's not really visible, probably because of it's in the bottom. So I'm just going to make the height 0. Let's see if it's visible. See, now let's make this 90%, 80%. I don't want it to stick to both the sides. And you can see it's kind of off center right now, so I'm just going to add some center tags and see if it works. Just save. You can see now it's properly centered, but it does not really look good because it's too much at the bottom. So I'm going to make like 850px, make this 60px and see how it looks. Yeah, there we go. It looks pretty great. Okay, yeah. Now one more thing, that is, when we tap on .message input, like when there's focus on message input, we want the color to change. So type in focus and make this border bottom a different color. Okay, now it's kind of like not a nice blue. I need a better shade of blue, so I'm just going to make it a lighter like that. Yeah, there we go. Great color. Okay, copy this, and now is it saved? Yeah. Now when I tap right on this, it changes the color. I want it to happen more gracefully, so I'm just gonna add some transition of like 0.3 seconds. And when I save it, and now when I tap on it, when I bring focus on it, you see, it changes gracefully. Now the color change is not that visible, so I'm just going to make it more visible. So for that, I'm going to copy this and paste it right here. And now, as you can see, it's pretty light, so I'm gonna make it even more light. Let's see if that's gonna be cool. Yep, looks cool. Cool to me. Yeah. Okay, now as you can see, well, the message body is still stuck to 200px, and we cannot just show them the messages over here. So for that, I'm going to bring this part totally to the bottom. Since this is 60px, we need to write a code which would basically in JavaScript, which would basically make this size less, like 60px less than the width. Not just 60px, since it's 60 over here and 50 over here, it's 110px. We'll see, we'll code it out. So yeah, just type in set interval over here. Come on. Oh, okay, I'm not typing inside the script tag. Okay, let's go below this and type in set interval. There we go. Okay, oops, set, come on, yeah, there we go, set interval. Okay, and we're going to resize this every 100 milliseconds. Okay, I'm going to show it to you how it works. Okay, what I'm doing you might not understand right now, but I'll show it. Document dot query selector, and then dot message body, and then dot style dot inner height, no, not inner height equals to window dot inner height minus 110 plus px. Okay, let's save it. Now as you can see, it automatically attaches to this, you see that? And now if I resize this, you can see it automatically resizes itself. Look at that. See, you don't need to worry about resizing it anymore. So yeah, I'm gonna toggle this back to Pixel to Excel, and now let's start designing. Let's see, yeah, we did add font family here. Okay, now let's see, and let's remove this color background white from here. So yeah, now inside this we would be adding a few test texts, okay, which would basically show us how would the message look like when somebody sends a message. Now I'm going to make like a message holder which would like separate two messages inside this message body. So for example, if there's message 1 over here, since there's a message holder, automatically it would go down over here. Okay, I'm gonna show it to you what I'm talking about. My speech sometimes doesn't make sense. Okay, so yeah, message holder, and inside this message holder there would be a user side text and a like a my side text, and there would be a their side text. Okay, so dot my text would be inside this we would be having our like our message, of course. So like I'll say, hi, how are you? Okay, sorry. And again I'll type in message holder over here, and now over here I'm going to type in dot their text. Okay, and inside this there would be a message called I'm fine, what about you? Okay, so these are just test messages. Okay, and we'll take these have these as a constant to design how would the text look like, how would the text appear over here. So now let's save it. You can see the texts are right over there. Okay, one more thing about .their text is that we would also be seeing their names. Okay, so like who texted it, we need to see their names, right? So .their, and then I put it name over here. So I'm just going to type in Jake, Jake. So Jake texted me, I'm fine. Okay, so yeah, now let's type in dot message holder. Okay, now message holders width would be 100%, remember that, guys. Okay, however the height would be, yes, you guessed it right, fit content. Okay, now if I make give it some background color, like white, and margin bottom of 5px, then look what happens. See, it automatically separates these two messages. Now you saw that coming already, right? Now we are going to design. Just drinking some water. Yeah, now we are going to design how would the message boxes look like. Okay, so my text, let's just remove this background white from here, and my text, and type in here height fit content, and width as well fit content. Okay, and there would be padding, obviously padding of 20px, and color would be white. There we go, white. And font family, let's add a font family, sans serif. Okay, now let's add it. Now as you can see, it's kind of taking shape slowly and slowly, not yet. now we are going to give it a nice background color. Okay, so the background color would basically be of the background, this body color, but it would be a bit darker so that it's visible, right? If it's not visible, then what's the point? Okay, I'm gonna paste it right here, save it. It's still not going to show up, so because the color's the same, it's kind of camouflaging. So yeah, I'm going to make it a bit deeper, like that, a bit deeper like that. Okay, now if I save it, you'll see it becomes a box. All right, now I'm gonna move it to the right side of the screen so that the user knows that it's my message. So for that, what we are going to do is make message holders display inline flex. Okay, and then what we are going to do is make margin towards the left. Okay, left, margin left, auto. Okay, and what else? Yeah, right would be 0. Now yeah, there we go. I thought it wouldn't be happening, but it still happened. Okay, so as you can see, this has came on this side right now. Now this, I don't know how far is this, so I'm just going to guess it and put it in. And yeah, that's why I'm gonna put in not padding over here. I'm gonna put in some margin right over here. So margin right would be 10px. Okay, let's see how much it moves. It needs to move a bit more, 15px. Yeah, 20px. Now I'll also add some border radius, 7px. Not much, so that it looks kind of sober, just like that. And the user side is done. I mean, the my side is done. Now we're going to do the same for dot their text. Okay, dot their text, but it's gonna be a bit different, so that's why we are not going to simply write their text by giving a comma over here. You're gonna paste this everything over here, copy this and paste everything here. Okay, and make this margin left, margin right, this right left, yeah, and this margin right left. Okay, so yeah, we are just changing the directions, and when you save it, you'll see that it's well shaped, but this dot their name is not still designed properly. So yeah, let's design it dot their name, and we are just going to show it. Okay, so color would be white. Okay, and font family sans serif, my favorite. What else? Height would be fit content, and width would be again fit content. Okay, let's save this. And as you can see, it's still not coming down over there. So what we are going to do is now what we are going to do is make its position absolute. Okay, well, no, position absolute won't work. Okay, let me figure this out a bit. So Jake, how do you go up there? Okay, so one thing that we could do is either by adding a BR over here. Let's see if it works. Nope, it did not. Okay, I'm panicking. I can't do this. Okay, let me just pause it and figure it out. Alright, I think I know what I was doing wrong. It was that dot their name over here would not be inside, it would be outside message holder. Okay, now you might think, how is it gonna work then? Okay, now Jake, since it's we are not going to put height and name fit content over here, we're just going to remove that. And now when we save it, you can see this goes down over here, and then we are going to add some margin right to Jake. Okay, or I mean their name. Okay, so margin right, it would be, let's think about this, how much could it be? How much did we add margin over here? 20px. Yeah, so 20px, margin 20px. Save it. It would be margin left actually. save it, and it's yeah, there, and make it 25px so that it looks a bit better. And if I make this margin, if I remove the left, yeah, it's a bit too much, so yeah, left, and then margin bottom would be 10px, so that there's a bit of space. 10px is a bit too much. 5px, and as you can see, it's starting to take shape slowly and slowly. Alright, so yeah, the next thing that we're going to do is add max width. Okay, so let's I want the message to be this long, and after that it would basically wrap the word around. Okay, for example, if I type in over here some more sentences, how is your like a bigger sentence, family doing there in Italy. Okay, and then you can see it kind of goes till the end, and then it wraps the word. Now we don't want this. Okay, we want to make it shorter. Okay, so for that, what I'm going to do, add max width to this. Okay, so max width would be like 200px. Okay, let's see how it looks like. Yeah, there we go. It looks great, right? Now I'm going to copy this and paste the thing over here. There wouldn't be any change, obviously, but it would appear when you like write bigger texts. Okay, now I want to have a nice linear gradient over here. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this color from here and type in another color over here, like a nice purple color, but purple is a bit too bright, so I'm just going to bring it to the dark side a bit, and yeah, make it like like somewhere over here, a bit like that. Okay, and make this a bit more this kind of blue. Save it and see how it looks. Okay, now I'm going to put it in an angle of 45 degrees, comma, save it. Yeah, it looks not that good, so I'm just going to add some more colors, or make it too right over here. Okay, add a space between them, and as you can see, it looks a bit better now, but I just want to make this a bit more brighter. And this, well, no, not that bright, a bit darker. Now as you can see, it kind of looks good. Okay, but I kind of forgot the linear gradient, okay, which was in the previous version, I mean the one that I showed you in the demo. So I'm just going to bring the linear gradient. Okay, alright, now let's add the linear gradient over here, save it, and as you can see, it looks well pretty good. Alright, yeah, so as you can see, now we can tell that it's Jake saying, hey, how are you, and yeah, stuff like that. Now you could actually also add a my name bar, okay, which would do the reverse of Jake. So put in my name over here, but the thing is, we need to type in you over here, and also it would appear on this side, which sucks. Okay, so yeah, to fix that, there is only one thing to be done. This is their name, so I'm gonna make it my name, and their name, let's copy this and paste it here and make this my name. Okay, and as you can see, we need to move this to the right. Okay, let's just try. This wasn't there in the previous demo, but let's just do it. Okay, margin, well, which would be auto, left would be auto, and margin right, which would be right, would be 0. Save it, let's see if it works. Nope, it did not, because we have 25 px here. Margin left is auto. Alright, let's make height, fit content, and width also fit content, and put some margin right over here, or just increase the right over here, you know, by making it 20px, 25px, right? Yeah, if you make this 25px, you can see that it should increase, but it did not, so I'm just gonna add some margin, right? Yeah, I'm not a great coder, guys, so yeah, sorry for this. 25px. So as you can see, now it looks pretty more neat, and yeah, now we can proceed with the other part of the code. Okay, now let's just, you know, add some, you know, let's do this on their name as well. Let's see what would be the effects. Okay, I'm pretty sure it would kind of destroy it a bit, but then we can, you know, fix it. So yeah, margin left, we need to make everything the opposite. Alright, save it. Yeah, not much difference. Okay, like no difference at all. Okay, now that's almost it. You know, one more thing that is like, you know, what would happen if the same person texts again. So for example, if I text again, you know, then my name would not show up. Okay, so for example, what I want to say is, hi, how are you? We are doing great here. Okay, so now if I save it, now you see, as you can over here, you know, I have not added my name again over here. Okay, I don't want to do that. Okay, how are we going to do that? Well, that's the JavaScript part. Okay, but this is how the UI is going to look like. Okay, and no, we are not going to add a send button in here, because, you know, we can just, you know, code it out in the JavaScript that, you know, type in a message, press enter, and send a message, you know, because enter button works everywhere, you know, both on the computer and on the phone. Okay, and yes, I'm going to, you know, put the source code on GitHub so that you guys can also check it out. And also, what else? Yeah, I'll also you know, add the JavaScript, I mean the whole code, on GitHub, and, you know, you can like see the live version of it, you know, working. Literally, you could text anything, you know. All the links would be down in the description below, so yeah, just go check there. You know, they should be there, I hope. Jagrav, if you're watching this video in the future, I hope that you have added the description. If you did not, what's wrong with you? Okay, so this is the CSS part. This is how the UI is going to look like. You know, the next video starts now, where I would be making the, you know, the how would I bring like the life to this, you know, app. So yeah, watch the next video. Yeah, let's stop this.